What's going on, everyone? It's time to talk about a Marvel movie. It's been a while since I talked about one of those because I'm not a fan of Marvel movies. I think they're boring and repetitive and dull, but let's see how the new Doctor Strange is. So today I'm going to be talking about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. It's released by Marvel Studios, obviously, May 6th, 2022, and it's directed by Sam Remy, who, if you're not sure who that doesn't sound familiar, he is the director of Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man 3, the original trilogy. He also made a name for himself in horror. He's like the one who did the Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, and he produced the Evil Dead remake in 2013. He's also done other films like Drag Me to Hell, and also he did Darkman and produced the two sequels after that. This had a box office earnings of over $954.7 million. And this is the second Doctor Strange film, which I actually talked about the first one a while back. So, yeah, you can find it in the Marvel playlist on my channel here. But yeah, so Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Now, Doctor Strange has been quite the prominent figure in the Marvel universe, played by Benedict Cumberbatch. He's perfect as Doctor Strange. Definitely casted the correct one, and he's basically taking over, because what's his name who played Iron Man didn't want to do it anymore after like 11 movies. So yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch I think is basically the new focal point of the Marvel film universe, anyways. And yeah, so the Multiverse of Madness. Now, this is kind of a convoluted storyline because some of it didn't really make too much sense, but yeah. Uh, but basically, Doctor Strange is um, is going about his daily stuff and then gets interrupted by this big monster thing that comes into his universe and he has to fight it off. Then he looks into where it came from and realizes that this like evil portal thing is open doorway is opened up and only one person could, which is like Scarlet Witch, I think. Yeah, and this girl from One Division, and basically he has to take her out to close that portal and stuff. So, and a whole pile of craziness ensues as he also uh gets finds this one younger superhero chick who doesn't know how to control her power, and he brings her along basically because her power is strong, way stronger than most, and goes and fights them. Now, this film is quite interesting. It is definitely a Doctor Strange movie, but it's not definitely really trippy and all that fun stuff. And yeah, but with the way the monsters and stuff come and fight, and the fight sequences and stuff are shot, is very well done. As now, a lot of people are saying that I like it because there's like a lot of horror elements. There is quite a few horror elements in a family safe sense. Like if you're a diehard horror fan, obviously these won't scare you or anything, but it'll open the doorway though for a lot of younger audiences and stuff. There's some pretty good creepy ones where like the villains walking through halls after them, and you can see it sort of like in a shadowy sense, almost like walking through an insane asylum or something with a shadow following you. It was done that way, just a little more brightened up and stuff. And there's some pretty cool scenes with where she comes through like a wall all distorted and stuff, and comes to life. And there's quite a bit of gore and some good kills in some of the other dimensions and stuff I really liked. But yeah, visually it's really good and it has a good dark sense. It feels a lot like Dracula in some scenes with the layer and everything, and I thought that was really well put together and thought out. Story wise, it's a little confusing and odd, kind of like the first act and the third act go well together, and then it looks like they kind of spliced in some random scenes to for studio sake, and one push like Easter eggs in there and stuff, and they kind of forced that in. Where I'm pretty sure Sam Raimi and the writers and stuff had a more linear line in the story. but then the studio made them do that, so they had to kind of distort it a bit, which kind of messes up the pacing of the film. But for the most part, it is a good movie. I thought it was pretty fun and entertaining and stuff. I didn't think the young girl who has like a power and learning to use her power was a very strong character in this. I thought she could have just been left out of it, but I think they're trying to maybe move her on into future Marvel movies or something. I don't know, but yeah, she's almost like a throwaway character that they don't throw away for some reason. But yeah, but overall, I did think it was pretty good. Some of the horror elements was pretty well done too, and nice. And I think the villain was fantastic in this. The girl who played her was really, really good, and I really enjoyed that. She's like my favorite part of the whole film. Is every time she was on screen, it was she definitely owned it. And then yeah, but overall, it's a decent film. It has some flaws, but it's not like that big of a deal. And I do think it's better than the first one, believe it or not, which is rare to say these days. And yeah, it's definitely one of the way better Marvel movies. Like the last two, I've seen this one and Spider-Man, the latest Spider-Man one, where all three of them come and face off and face the villains and stuff. I think those two are definitely some of the stronger Marvel movies out there, and they're doing something right, because for a while there they were in quite the lull. Marvel making yeah type films, and now they're kind of finding their groove and probably building up to something even bigger. So we'll see how it goes though. But for this film, it's pretty decent. Pretty good. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Yeah, the story was a little more well rounded, not very much lace randomness in the middle, and maybe some stronger side characters and stuff to enhance it. It would have been a really, really good movie. But for this one, it's still a good movie. And yeah, you should see it especially if you love Marvel and stuff. You'll definitely like this one. If you're a horror fan and you like Marvel, you got the best of both worlds. So yeah, check it out if you haven't. For some reason you haven't seen the trailer or anything, I'll link that down below. And also make sure you check out my Instagram link down below. That's where I always post clips of films and review in the future. All my stories have the film title hashtag, subject film and hashtag, so you're aware of it. And also, my Letterbox is also down below at RP Reviews. That's where I post my first start right after watching the film. So follow me on one of those two platforms to with this channel. Like this video, share some more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. And also, if you want me to review any other Marvel movies, or you have any films or film franchises that in any genre that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them, make sure you subscribe so if you find something weird obscure now that you probably have to stop checking it together. Or so you hear my opinions on popular films coming out at the time, like this, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. So make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell, because I'm going to be talking about another newer movie that came out, because a couple months ago I did Sonic the Hedgehog, and Remy and I checked out Sonic the Hedgehog 2, so that'll probably be the next review. So make sure you ring that bell and tune in for that one. And yeah, but watch out for all those multi-universe monsters invading our planet, and I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.